This is men's relationship wisdom, and the topic of this video is single moms can't afford first choice. So basically, what that statement that I'm talking about is that women can't charge for less desirability. They can't demand more for less desirability. They're not as top high valuable women. So in other words, is high valuable women are the ones that are very desirable, and what's very desirable is that they don't have kids. So what do they have to do? They have to adjust to market realities. So if they adjust to market realities, basically they don't like to do this. They like to get full price
If they could,
if they
absolutely.
could. So they have to negotiate the best. But market high value men seek high value women, and high value women to high value men are the women that don't have kids. Because if a man can pull a woman that has no kids, why wouldn't he? That's right. That's right. That's really what it is. So what it really means when you're, let's say, with a single mom is that you're not her top choice. Now, why does it mean that? Okay, so let's pretend in a scenario where if she didn't have kids, she would pick her top choice naturally. And
But then
her
she
top
didn't.
choice is not being with the guy she's currently with when she has kids. Okay, so you have some experience
Right, I know.
and you know some people that this one, and you see that dynamic.
Absolutely. So I know someone who got pregnant around the age of 21, and she was with this man that she truly adored, but he did not want kids. So she decided to keep the child on her own. They split up, and another man came along and decided, I'll come in and I'll play dad and this and that, and they got married. But from the get-go, you could tell it wasn't a fruitful relationship. There wasn't a lot of respect and appreciation or reciprocity, those types of things. So it's kind of like, that those two would have never ended up together had there not been a child involved.
And this is very common.
Yes, we know
Very
multiple
common.
people like
Yes.
this, but this one is more familiar than
So this is a common thing. So sometimes you see really good single moms with these guys, and you're like, how did this guy end up? Well, she kind of lowered the price, the cover price. She is giving a discount. Like, I don't have kids, so I'm going to lower my standards, and I need you to assist me with my kids. Because what she's really saying is, my kids are number one. I need somebody to help me.
Right.
So I talked to this woman that she was single, she had kids, and she's very attractive. And the guy convinced her to be with him. And I go, how did this work? He goes, look, I wasn't really attracted to him. These are her words. But what really convinced me is how he treated my kids. So basically she's saying he was really useful and really assistant with my kids, and that's what I needed. And that's how he seduced her by giving her what she wants, which is putting somebody else in her team that caters to the kids first because she puts her kids first. So therefore, would you want to be a man that is really not her top choice? So you're not her top choice, but she is bending her standards because she knows that she's not going to pull the man that she really wants to, because she doesn't have the skills or the game to keep that guy. So she deals with that guy. So there's some women that, let's say, are widowed and they have kids. Even if they're widowed and have kids, they're not going to put another man as number one to take care over their kids.
No.
They're not. It's not going to happen. So when a woman really loves her kids, she knows that the best thing to do is put the husband first, or the father of the child first, because she knows if she treats him good, then he's going to pass that on to the child and to her. It's kind of like you take care of the hand that feeds first so we can all eat. So they understand that they need to take care of the golden goose that lays the golden eggs. So women know they got to take care of the man, the golden goose, because the golden goose is highly interested in taking care of their kids. So if they take care of the kids first, they're not taking care of the golden goose. The kids don't produce any golden eggs. So they're like, oh, okay, let me take care of the producer so we all live better lives. That's what a woman should do. But no, she forces the golden goose to lay golden eggs because that's what he's supposed to do. And anybody that's forced to do anything against their free will starts getting resentful. And that's what most guys are like, man, I do this and I'm not appreciated and I'm not this. So that's a functional toxic relationship. So there's healthy relationships that function. So this is a relationship that functions but is not healthy. So it's like those functional alcoholics. They get the work done, they do good work, but they drink.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how good was it if they didn't drink and they functioned properly?
Mm-hmm.
So
How
you got
much
to
better would it be?
kind of think
Mhm.
about it like that. So the thing is that when I see a woman with kids and the guy, I'm thinking that the guy didn't work enough to pull a girl that doesn't have kids, because it takes a lot of work
Mhm.
to get the right girl. Because a
Absolutely.
lot of men are after. So what
Mhm.
you're really doing is competing with other men to get the right girl. And
Absolutely.
as soon as you realize this, that it's a competition, it's a game of love. That's
Mhm.
really what it is. And you're trying to beat other guys to the right girl.
Mhm.
And the girls, they love the attention. Everybody wants me. I can pick and choose. But if they don't pick accordingly and they don't pick with good judgment, they're going to pay the consequences. And so are men for
Mhm.
not choosing the right girl.
Mhm.
That's why I believe you should choose the girl that chooses you.
Mhm.
And if you don't like the girl that chooses you, that means you need to become more.
Mhm.
You need to make it more apparent and easier to attract the right woman. And
Mhm.
you need to have the skills to identify the right woman. And a single mom is not one of them,
Right.
because you're never going to be her top choice. You're
Mhm.
just her assistant.
Right.
You're always
You're her fallback plan.
fallback plan. Exactly.
Because another thing on the point that you mentioned earlier is that men have to put in a lot of effort to attract the women that they actually want.
Hmm.
So a lot of times when you see a man with a single mom, you kind of think, well, I guess he's given up, because it's like
Or
he
the
doesn't
sex that
want
she
to.
offers is good, even
It's
though he's
good
going to
enough.
pay more in the long run, because
Right.
he has to support himself, the
Mhm.
girl, and the kids.
Hmm. So it's like the cover charge was lower,
Lowered.
and then but the
But
long haul
no.
to stay in the club, like you say in another video, the drinks are higher.
Yeah.
So to get into the club, it's not that expensive.
But
But
once you're in there, the drinks
it's
are
very
expensive.
costly.
Yes.
Hmm. So it
It's
just
better
kinda
to
goes
pay a
to
big
show.
price up front, and once you go in there, it's like,
Well, then it kind of like evens out. Like it kind
no,
of
it's
ends up.
it's different completely. Once you do the work, it becomes easier to attract the right type of women,
Yes, you're
and then you
absolutely right.
choose the right type
There
of
you
women.
go. That's a better way of putting it.
So it's
Mhm.
kind of like the guys need to be fishing and the girls need to be hunting. The guy
Mhm.
needs to be fishing. He needs to attract the most fish and
Mhm.
select the best one that adores him.
Hmm. Of the ones that are hunting him, yeah.
Yeah, the ones
Mhm.
that are hunting him.
Hmm.
Because if they're hunting him, they're more malleable, they're more flexible into doing the things that
Follow
to
your
follow
dreams.
you. Yes,
Hmm.
exactly. Take your
Hmm.
under your leadership.
Hmm.
You don't want a girl that gives you a bunch of shit, but you also need to be the one that she's willing to follow.
Hmm.
And to her, it needs to be obvious. That's why the peacock needs to have beautiful, healthy feathers. That's why men do the things that they do to attract the women.
Hmm.
And
Absolutely.
even though they attract the women, they need to have the wisdom to choose the right women. Just because you attract women, beautiful women, doesn't mean you're good at relationships. So there's a lot of rich men that attract the wrong type of girls
Hmm.
because they're good at the money game,
Hmm.
but they're not good at the relationship game.
Hmm.
And that's the whole thing. You have to really know both of them, because those are the games we have to play.
Hmm.
Everybody has to play the health game. I don't care who you are. You have to eat accordingly. You have to take care of yourself. You have to play the resource game, the asset game, and you have to play the relationship game.
Hmm.
Some are really good at acquiring resources. Some are really good at staying in shape and being healthy,
Hmm.
and they can't produce any money.
Mhm.
Some are really good at money, and they look like shit. Some are really healthy and good at producing money, and they get treated like shit by their girl because they're not good at the relationship game.
Hmm.
So you really have to be good at all three,
Yeah.
because you have to play those. There's no person where they're excluded from playing the health game, the resource game, or the relationship game. If they exclude themselves from the relationship game, what they call black pill, they still have to deal with other people to a certain extent.
Yeah, unless they become a hermit, which isn't really likely.
Yeah, exactly. They still have to deal. They're not going to be fully independent. They're not going to make their own tools, to develop their own language, develop their own clothes,
No.
and kill
not just
bears
that,
and
but
all
if
kinds
you
of
think about
bullshit.
it, no one envies the life of someone that doesn't play the health game well, that doesn't play the resource asset game well. No one envies the person that doesn't have relationships, the lonely man. So, like, in a way, what does that look like? It looks like someone who's
Competent.
Ill. Oh, well, I was going on the opposite, like someone that's sick. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, that's okay.
Oh,
So it's like, let's say,
somebody
what is
that's
somebody that looks like
anti-health
that?
is sick.
Somebody that's anti-health has an illness.
Something that's anti-resource is what?
Is someone that's like maybe poor, broke, so maybe a homeless
Dumb.
person.
Yeah,
Dumb.
because they don't
They
learn
have skills.
to adapt.
Mm-hmm. And then someone that doesn't have a relationship game is lonely. So it's like if you're lacking in all three of those, nobody envies your life.
That's right.
No one
That's
wants to
right.
be you. You probably don't even want to be you.
So don't get a single mom because you're really saying, I'm okay being somebody else's plan B. I'm okay with assisting a girl on her endeavors to assist her in growing children that are not yours. So, in other words, if you want to take care of somebody else's man, develop sperm, and that's how she's going to look at you. She's never going to respect you, but she's going to hide that because she benefits.
Right.
So, it's okay, guys. I dated a single mom when I was young, and I got firsthand experience. It's kind of like that's an experience of how you're going to be in a relationship when you have kids. Because when a girl has kids with you, sometimes they shift the priority to the kids and they forget about you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
That
taste.
happens in a regular
Right.
relationship too.
So that's kind of like renting a family. You kind of seeing how you're going to get treated.
Mm-hmm.
And some of us have to make those mistakes to realize not to make them again. So if you guys are dating a single mom, you guys see how it is, and you don't like it, the inner voice is telling you need to get out. That means you need to become more. Go ahead and become more. You have firsthand experience of dating a single mom.
And it's
I recommend that you can mess around with a single mom, so you get firsthand how unworthy it is.
how
So,
difficult.
and
it
if
is,
you don't
challenges.
need to, and you have the standard not to date a single mom, congratulations, you're ahead of us and not taking that step. You have learned through wisdom, and you skip that step
You
in the beginning.
leapfrog over
That's
the
right.
others.
So the way that I did it is I did a single mom because I wanted to get laid. I want to do this. And that's why I don't like having somebody having power over me just through sex.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like, you know what? The hell with this. I'm not going to be manipulated and stuff. That's why it didn't last long.
No.
It's like 3 months. And then I was like, let me get out. But I moved in and just made it complicated. And that's where you get in this relationship slow sand. You start getting comfortable and stuff. So it's hard to get out. And even though I made it as an escape plan, it was still difficult to get out. That's why I'm saying they're not worth it at all. I mean, that's what I think. What do you
That's what we
guys think? Let us know in the comments. Share it with somebody that needs to hear this. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.
Thank you.